Hey guys, we are going to do a science experiment today. So I got to go out to my yard. Kitty, watch out. Okay, here we go. Whoopsie. All right, so here I'm at my front porch. Say hello to my doggo. Where you at, Snow Bears? There she is. Hi. Okay, so we're going to be doing an experiment. Let's set that right there. Okay, so you're going to need some supplies. I had to kind of make do with my own supplies because I didn't really have what I needed. If you have bubbles, then all you need to do is go get your bubbles. If you don't have bubbles, then you might have to make do like I've had to. So what I did in this Tupperware right here is I just put some hand soap and some water, and then I dug around my house for something that has holes in it, like this spatula. That was a loud truck. Like this spatula has holes in it, so I can use it to blow bubbles. If you have bubbles or a bubble blow like a regular one, then you can use it, but I couldn't find any in my house. So I had to make do. Another way you can do it, if you don't have a spatula like this, the end of scissors would work. Anything that's like round and it's like empty in the middle so that you can blow into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is watch the bubbles freeze and see what happens. They might all be a little bit different because of the different soaps. So here we're going to start. I need to blow my bubble. Okay. Whoopsie. I need my bubble. All right, let me get a good bubble. Give me 1 second. Sometimes this takes me a minute. Okay, so you see here we have like a few bubbles that are staying on the spatula. I'm going to leave them on the spatula. I'm not going to blow them out into the wind because I know that they'll pop. So I'm going to leave the spatula here on the ground, and we are going to wait and see what happens as these bubbles freeze. So typically bubbles pop really fast as soon as they hit something, but if you leave them on the spatula or they catch on the ground and they don't pop, because it is so cold outside, they'll start to freeze. So you're starting to see them freeze a little bit. And I've noticed with the soap that I picked out that the bubbles, when they freeze, they can't handle the weight of the ice. So they end up popping, but they don't pop like a regular bubble. They end up like seeping closed. We'll get to see that in just a second with these bubbles. They're starting to freeze. So sometimes it takes a while of you waiting for it to happen, or it may not, depending on how cold. Oh, and we see how they're like cracking because they've been frozen. They froze that fast in like a minute. They're cracking open. They don't pop. So this one has cracked, but these are remaining. These still are remaining up. We can see they start to almost have like a plasticky texture. It reminds me of saran wrap, kitchen wrap, after they freeze. All right, so we're still going. Normally they don't last this long. They've already popped by now. I'm going to see if I can't hold this up close to the camera. Do we see how it looks like saran wrap? It's not like a regular bubble. They're frozen on there. And then when you touch them, they don't all pop. Like I just broke a hole in that, but it didn't completely pop because the rest of it is still frozen. So let's see what happens when I touch this one. Oh, I just poked a hole in it, but it didn't collapse because it is still frozen. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. I want you to try to freeze a bubble. And then on the next page of the seesaw activity, you can take some pictures, or I just want you to tell me, take a video and tell me what happened to your bubbles whenever you froze them. Mine are still frozen on there. It's like bubble wrap. It's crunchy. Listen. Now it's like little ice. That is amazing. Very cool. All right, so I cannot wait to find out what happened to your bubbles.